This is Healthy Souls with Father Nicholas Lowe, helping you to live a Christ-filled life in today's world. Father Nicholas is the pastor of St. John the Divine Greek Orthodox Church in Jacksonville, Florida.
Good morning. It's great to see all of you here in church this morning. Thank you so much for all coming and celebrating our divine liturgy, celebrating all that God does for us every single day. You know, every single day, we need to always remember that it is a gift that God gives us. It's a blessing that God showers us down with. So let's enjoy today, and hopefully today I can give you a couple of words of just encouragement and inspiration to guide you in your walk of faith. Before I share with you this morning's homily, I do want to look into the camera and tell all of those that are watching us live, wherever you may be, we thank you so much for being part of our church services virtually. We'd love to have you here in church with us, but we also recognize that we're still living in some difficult times, and we totally understand. We love you, and we're glad that St. John the Divine is a place that you find as your spiritual home. You know, we're beginning a brand new sermon series now called Remembering Your Calling and Answering Your Calling. And what you all need to know is that every one of us have a purpose on this life. You're not a random thing on this planet. You didn't just simply show up here on planet Earth. God has created you on purpose for an amazing purpose. Over the next several weeks, I hope to kind of unlock that for you, to kind of give you some wisdom to understand and to answer your calling. And I want to begin today by talking to you all about being an example. When you became a Christian, Christ says that you are the light of the world. When you started following Christ, he said you are the salt of the earth. When you start coming to church every single Sunday and following what Christ teaches, he tells you, let your light so shine before all the world. You and I represent Christ everywhere we go. And how we communicate, what we write, how we speak, and how we live is communicating a message to Christ. It is either bringing people closer to Christ or it's pushing people away from Christ. When I was a teenager, early on in my teens, I wasn't someone that you would say is a follower of Christ. I came to church, I sat in the pew, I stood up when the light turned on, I sat down when the light turned off. I did my cross when everyone else on the pew was doing their cross. But if you were to ask me, did I know my purpose in this world? Did I recognize that I was sending a message to the world every day? I tell you no. But in my high school years, I met someone that really helped to change my life. His name was Steve. He was a high school classmate of mine. And from that moment on, in my interactions with Steve, who shared with me about the Bible, talked to me about being a young person who's praying, it inspired me. I began in my high school years, spending time reading the Bible, praying. I was on what you would call fire for Christ. Everything that I wanted to read, I couldn't get enough of, constantly wanting to grow in Christ. But at that same time, I also was in high school. And there was a very popular kid in high school named Kevin. Kevin came up to me one day and said, hey, Nick, there's a big party on Friday night. This party is going to be the party like no other party throughout the entire year. We're going to have a great time. You're going to enjoy yourself. He said, it's going to be so amazing that all the popular people are going to be there. Well, let me tell you, I wasn't a popular person, so the fact that Kevin was giving me attention was all that I needed to hear. I was already planning to go out to this party, have a good time on Friday night. That Friday night came, I went to the front door, about ready to open the front door, and my dad said, Nick, where are you going? I said, Dad, I'm going to study over at Greg's house. My dad knew better. And he said something.
We invite you to join Father Nick and his wife, Dr. Roxanne Lowe, on the second and fourth Tuesday of every month for their Healthy Minds, Healthy Souls call-in show at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Ancient Faith Talk.